Hello everyone and welcome back to another fun exciting episode of The Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt Blood and Wine expansion. As we're cruising here on the countryside of Duchy of Toussaint. Yeah. And we're getting close to the tournament grounds. Whatever it was called exactly, where we're looking for Palmerin. We should have a tent here, he said, where he will then lead us to Duchess. It's quite lively here. Oh, people are riding around. It feels more lively than it used to be, and I mean, Witcher already having Novigrad had a very lively city, but this is... They all seem to have purpose.
Virtue always trumps villainy. His friends at his side. The old best
Oh, that sounds fun. Was that really how it went though?
Urgently. Alright, you scamps. Story's done. Go find your parents.
But the Palmerin, what about the story of Rittik and the dragon?
They're tales for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the master witcher who lent his valiant hand to the defeat of the giant Goliath.
Master Witcher, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
No, this... But it's worth... They're kids! I need... Yes, virtue always triumphs.
Yeah, virtue always wins.
But the Black Knight, he's a villain and he wins.
The cutter of Castelduccia too.
Moral victory, that's what counts.
Rubbish.
Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents.
Come on, you believed it when he said it. So I
Her
mean...
Enlightened Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry, we'll be in time to speak with her before the spectacle begins.
Lead the way.
Yeah. Guess villainy and the vicious doesn't always lose.
Nilfgaardian gladiators.
Close, but not quite. As you will soon see.
Oh, beast.
Someone's gonna fight a Shaelmar with only some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down.
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
The whole thing shouldn't hurt. Nothing. The whole thing is very dangerous, I feel like.
This is dangerous. Bells on its tail aren't enough.
I saw a spectacle of the sort at the arena in Neuburg. There, a knight defeated a Shaelmar with bells on its tail.
Might have gotten lucky. Shaelmar might have been lame. Who knows? Only a Witcher has a real chance against a healthy Shaelmar. And that's not even every Witcher. Besides which, releasing a monster that dangerous in front of a crowd, plain irresponsible.
Yeah. Full face there,
Who's
Shaelmar.
going to fight the beast?
Guillaume, the young man you met.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mentioned he'd promised his heart's captor a monster trophy.
Great love demands great sacrifices.
Okay, let's go see the Duchy. We don't care about him dying. Like he was about to get killed by the giant. Saving him, I can't save him again. Give him a chance, but... What don't you do for love sometimes?
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
Will I have to jump down?
The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
Holy shit, it's ugly.
bad feeling about this.
Of course, yeah.
Damn it.
There it lost its spells. And he's making sound instead.
We have to help him.
Oh. Just as I thought. I have to go rescue him again. Is that gonna be a team here in this expansion just going after saving him all the time?
Alas, one nightling, the beast heaved its foul girth, let loose a roar, and knocked it to earth. Down came the
Just
Witcher
let
in
it
one
burn.
mighty bound.
When it's like
Give
that, I don't
fight
think
to
you
the
can hurt
beast.
it, so don't
Its plans confound.
hurt much. Oh! Holy shit, that's a lot though. Hey! I did barely... I went so slow because I didn't want to make any sound, and you're doing that to
All
me
our
instead.
hopes, alas, had turned to dust. The fate of the beast has been weighed by the gods. Soon the Witcher shall triumph against all odds.
What do you mean against all odds? It's quite good odds for me. I mean, he seems weaker than the vampire before and the giant. Although he's quite irritating with all his armor and all this again.
Bring on the ocean and set fire to the wood. For nothing in this struggle can come to any good.
And they are starting rhyming about my fight also, really. Great, fucking great of them.
The Witcher waited till the time was free, then 12 danced and spun, struck the monster right through.
I doubt I'll strike the monster right through. I'm more of a magic user, don't you know? Don't you know? Burn, baby, burn. Oh, wait, is it burning into the ground? This is smaller. I think you should move away. Come on! I try to protect you, but if you're just gonna go and stand into his AoE ability, that's just...
Like a bow leaves at the lobster's spurt, so the Witcher wooed the Shelmar that is foul heart hurt. Woe to us all if the monster's the victor, then naught shall have come of valor and vigor.
Don't stand in the way, please. I apparently need you alive and you have to go down here and fight also. Whatever goddamn reason. Holy shit, that's bad. That's bad, and I'm out of... Shall I? Should have prepared for a fight, but I didn't. No! And I rolled into it instead. God damn it! And now he somehow ended back on his back. Like, I'm so vulnerable, this is when you're actually supposed to hurt me. As he's flailing on his back. But he wouldn't go into that position when I fought him no after he killed me. That's when he somehow ends up in that position. Twice already in the expansion. It's not going well for me, I feel like.
Gotta keep it down. Get on the top.
What the hell is this now?
Let loose a roar and knocked him to earth. Then down came the Witcher in one mighty bound. Give fight to the beast, its plans confound.
I don't think it even has any plan, man. You just stop the rhyming.
Out, free flame. And thus the Witcher's life was snuffed. All our hopes, alas, had turned to dust. Bring up the ocean and set fire to the wood.
There we have it, and now we actually did it when I was still alive. Holy shit, that went a lot easier suddenly.
Soon the Witcher shall triumph against all odds. The Witcher waited till the time was true.
Move out,
then 12
Baron
danced each
Almarin.
one, struck the monster right through. Like a bow who leaves at the love's first spurt, so the Witcher wooed the Selma that its foul heart hurt. God's knife free feint, its razor strikes belly, Selma's cries ring aloud.
Oh, I can actually stop him like that. Maybe I shouldn't though, just move to the side. Whoop! Let's him hit something. Right, so he falls on his back again, but no, he's dead. He's dead. He should have been. Except he didn't. He was almost taking me out again there because he went into some enraged phase or something. I don't know. That's what it felt like.
The Selma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade. Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
Yeah, we awesome.
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed!
Spare it. I don't know.
Monster's no threat. No need to kill it.
A victor may always show mercy. It is his right. Long live Geralt the Merciful!
I mean, that wasn't a sentient beast, but still. I don't know. Feel like maybe they will just torture it even more.
Guillaume.
The lad came damned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech clearly pains you. She approaches.
Geralt. We must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later, in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Yeah, fight against the Shalmar, arranging something like that for spot. That's a bad idea, yeah.
Your Grace. Shalmars are dangerous creatures, even to knights in full plate armor.
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time immemorial. True. Guillaume suffered a few bumps, scars, and bruises, but in return gained eternal glory as he who slew the monster.
What about the crowd? Say the Shalmar had vaulted into the stands. Would have been a massacre.
Geralt, though we value your fortuitous intervention in the arena, we would remind you your services have been retained, and as shall soon become clear, you will be generously compensated for completing another task altogether.
Yeah, but I can still talk about that feeling how bad idea it is, so... But still no. What do you know about Slender Man?
Your Grace,
About the contract?
my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here.
You say not
shall
in front
not
of all the
blame you.
peasants.
He let the investigation pending your arrival. But wherever could he be? Come, we must find him.
Wonder if he was there near the body, you know, checking it. When then a little Braxton vampire come up. Oh.
Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no. Yes, but solely to tell him we regret, yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered.
What happened between those two?
Ah, the very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
Your Grace, Witcher.
Greetings.
Yeah, sorry to have to tell you, our Bruxa killed some guardsmen.
Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsman handling the last victim's body...
I know already. The creature in the cellar of Corvo Bianco. Was it the beast?
No. A Bruxa, a kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Geralt insinuates nothing of the sort. We must listen to him attentively.
When did I say it was sloppy? I said it wasn't the vampire. Did you think it was the vampire? I'm gonna need two things, information and access to a laboratory. Why the laboratory
I examined
access?
the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something, need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir de la Tour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our own, without an outsider's help. I've no doubt about it.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss Geralt's pay. Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
Not always. I don't know.
Not quite, Your Grace. Law of surprise, it's something we invoke at times, but rarely. Usually we just take gold.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic. On the other hand, on returning to the palace, we would likely find impatient petitioners or a set of sample fabrics for a new dress. Poor rewards both. I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises we are likely to come upon. Thus, we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco, and the sum of coin. You will doubtless consider this adequate. Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
So I get a home.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. Corvo Bianco. Isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a Witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need some information.
Yeah, what do we know about the beast's first victim?
How'd it start? Who was the first victim?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later. On his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword hanging from his neck. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows of great force.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
Okay, and the second victim?
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut-purses.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in the gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
Okay, the victim, both older knights, that been also dressed like they abandoned their ways. The rest of the night, yeah.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face new challenges, enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinchi.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Okay, similarities between the victims seem to be more and more often, yeah.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if the...
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
Honor, wisdom, generosity,
Oh.
valor and compassion.
So, 2 more virtues, 2 more victim. Because generosity there we had one. What was the first 2? Value. If we say it was in order, maybe? But it's like clearly they didn't live up to the virtues here. Yeah, why those virtues exactly?
5 virtues. Why are they so important to your knights?
Strange question.
Your Grace, forgive me. I'm a foreigner trying to understand another land's customs.
You are forgiven. According to legend, the virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us by the Lady of the Lake. How we truly came to espouse them, none remember. In Toussaint, we believe men of low birth should be simple-hearted and obedient. We expect much more, however, of our knights. They are to be soldiers and courtiers, lords and servants. Thus, the need for clear moral guidelines. At the time of his dubbing, a knight vows to demonstrate throughout his life honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
And because they didn't base kill him, so Beast denouncing moral
Beast seems to be pointing
Decay.
up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the 4th virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an Elder Knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac-Peyren the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac-Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed a knightly team. It was years ago, but...
What does that mean, Natty? They work together. I'm asking it anyway.
They were a team?
They were close friends, tightly knit, and as such earned the trust of our father, the Duke. We often witnessed him turn to them with delicate matters. Later, their paths diverged.
Oh.
Unlikely to be a coincidence. Beast must know it too. It's a lead, I'm sure.
Delicate matters, and then suddenly they split up. Did it have something? I need to find Milton, yeah.
Your Grace, we need to find Milton immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the game, at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner.
Yeah.
And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace. Horses? Ready our horses!
Of course, my lady. We're gonna go and find a hare. Oh! You ripped your dress?
Your Grace!
Oh. Holy shit.
What the hell? Why, I should... Your Highness,
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled. Onward!
That's something.
Hey, that is silk! Be careful! Give it to me!
Oh, poor man. Oh. Shit, it really looks beautiful.